There were a total of 9 items that were taken up today, and I will go through them one by one. The first was the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Policy. As you're aware that the government of Meghalaya has come out with the industrial the IMA, the agency, the Industries Meghalaya Agency, where basically we are trying to streamline the entire investment process, and we are trying to work towards ensuring that maximum investment in from the private sector comes into the state. And hence, in order to achieve that goal, we have come out with the new industrial and investment policy, and this has also been aligned with the Northeast policy that has come in recently, which was announced by Government of India last week. And in this new industrial policy, there are different areas of incentives that we are giving, whether it is from the capital investment that we'll be providing to interest subsidy, incentive for interest payments will be provided, and at the same time we'll be providing also certain components of GST, the SGST reimbursement. But as mentioned, that this has been aligned now with the central government's policies, and hence it will be matched with that, and it will be a net effect, which means that if the policy of the state government is to give about say 1 crore as investment, and if that as incentive, and if out of that 50 lakh comes as incentive from central government, then the net amount is what the state government will pay. So as I mentioned, that there will be what we call the capital investment subsidy, the interest subvention subsidy, and the SGST reimbursement from our side, and these are mainly for the larger industries and sectors. And we have divided the policy into priority sectors and non-priority sectors and negative lists. And hence the sectors like tourism, food processing, education, IT, these are important sectors for us, which will be part of the investment policy and the and this entire industrial policy that we have. And there will be some list of negative industries which we will not be providing incentives to. Apart from that, we are also worked out the policy in such a manner that we are able to promote our local entrepreneurs also, and hence some components have been provided where there will be some areas of procurement preferences being given to the local entrepreneurs and suppliers. Transportation subsidy, again for products being bought or raw materials being bought from within the state. We are giving what we call green incentive for people who will construct, for example, water harvesting structures, water cleaning structures, even solar powered structures, and energy. So there will be subsidy for those also, and we are also looking at a very large component of employee-related incentives. So there will be aspects of the EPF which will be refunded to a certain extent for the local domicile, and then there will also be incentive for setting up of different industrial parks also in the state. At the same time, I also want to share with you that overall the industrial policy is really focused towards two aspects. One aspect is to create employment and to promote the priority sectors, as I mentioned, which is tourism and agriculture, food processing, education, IT, so on and so forth. And second is also to encourage the local procurement of raw materials from within the state of Meghalaya. So these are the two main priorities with which we are moving forward, and we have also made some certain conditions in this, that the local employment in the unskilled sectors, once the subsidies are given, should be to the tune of 90% from the local local population, and wherever the specific skills are required, where for example, if you require an optical fiber engineer or a special cook for some specific kind of food that is there, and if those skills are not available, so we are giving some space and room where for at least 2 years, only 25% will be required to be employed locally, but in 2 years time that number has to go up to 50% at least. So these are for, as I said, specialized areas of certain managerial level or certain skill sets which may not be available here. But in general, for the normal unskilled section, the employment has to be 90% from local, from the state of Meghalaya. We will be giving a press release on the details of all these aspects of the new industrial policy. It's a very, very aggressive policy, and it will be one of the more aggressive policies in the country, I should say. And this is again aligned with the state's objective of achieving a $10 billion economy. As we have mentioned, that we need to touch at least a minimum investment of $1 billion from the private sector. And with this particular program being in line, we are expecting that we should cross $10 billion, more than $1 billion, about 10,000 crores of investments is what we are targeting in the next 3 to 4 years through this policy and through the policy of Government of India and through many other interventions that the state government has initiated. To go into it in detail, but we will send you more information through a small press note that we'll be preparing. Also, it's very important to note that we are going to be officially releasing this on the 14th of this month. So we'll be having a program where we'll be calling certain members of the industries, certain MOUs will be signed, and we will be officially launching this with the full details on the 14th of this month, which is day after tomorrow. And today the cabinet, as I said, has passed that. The notification should come out today or maximum by tomorrow. Apart from the industrial policy, we have also come out with the IT and the ITES promotion policy. This again is being done in line with our policy to create more jobs in the IT sector. And for this to be successful, we are giving an incentive where for every new job that is created, an incentive of 3,000 rupees will be provided by Government of Meghalaya. And this will be capped at 15,000 numbers, and it is on a first come first serve basis. So whichever industries or companies that come in and set up BPO sectors here in the state, we will be giving a flat, as I said, 3,000 rupees for the jobs that are created. And we are targeting and expecting that we should be able to create another 15,000 jobs through this incentive policy for the IT and ITES sector. Of course, we will have other incentives also, which are provided in the industrial policy, where the IT and ITES sectors can also take the overall benefit of. The third was that we have proposed the creation of the Meghalaya Technology Park Society. As you know that we have got already one technology park. The second phase of the technology park in Shillong is underway, which should be completed by 2025 April. And the third IT park, which is going to come up in Tura, the work order for that has been issued today, and we expect the work to start. And hence we felt very strongly that there has to be a society that manages these technology parks and overall looks at the running of these technology parks in an efficient manner. And hence the Meghalaya Technology Park Society has been created. We had some rules to be amended. So I don't want to go into details of that, but there were some rules of the Meghalaya Cooperative Service Rules 2003 and the Meghalaya Urban Affairs Service Rules. Certain amendments were proposed by the two departments. There were just minor changes, but it's overall ensuring that the streamlining of these two departments would take place. And hence those rules have been today amended and passed by the cabinet. We have also cleared today the purchase of a landfill site in Rongakre in East Karo Hills. This is the landfill site which is going to be for the town of William Nagar. And as you are all aware that these new sites will not be technically landfill sites, but they will actually be sites where recycling and segregation of waste will take place. You are aware that yesterday we had laid the foundation stone for the biomining of Martin, and the work for this has already been allotted, to one agency, and we expect the work to to start this week itself. And the same agency will also be working in Tura. So in similar lines for the new landfill sites also, though they are called landfill sites, but technically they will be recycling and segregation sites. So that has been cleared also by the cabinet today. We also did a small notification where in the state disaster and local disaster list, which includes many disasters under the SDRF, we have also included accidental drowning as one of the disasters, so that anybody who or any family that loses a dear one because of a drowning incident will also be eligible for the funds of roughly about 4 lakhs, if I'm not wrong, by the SDRF, which is given to the next of kin. So drowning, accidental drowning, has also been included in that list today with the approval of the cabinet. The last approval was taken for the extension of the RDSS scheme. So under the RDSS scheme, there are certain habitations which need to be further brought under the network of the electrification, those villages which have been left out. Government of India has approved that list, and the government is waiting for the official clearance and approval from the cabinet of the Meghalaya government. And once this is done, it will be sent to the central government, and this project to further connect some of the unelectrified habitations will also be taken up under the RDSS scheme. So this approval also was made today. So these were the 9 proposals and items that were taken up in the cabinet today.